Hello students, welcome to science class. Lesson number 18, wastewater story, part 5. So in previous videos we have learned about wastewater management, controlling and reducing wastewater, and steps of WWTP, then wastewater treatment plant, and some better housekeeping practices. So in this lesson we will learn about some sanitation and diseases, and then some alternative methods of sewage disposal, sanitation in public places, and some conclusion of this lesson. So sanitation and diseases. First of all, we'll see about improper management of waste. What will happen? So due to improper management of waste, there is sometimes discharge of untreated sewage in water bodies, that you know that for example in most cities some party also treated sewage is disposal of into the rivers, and some factories also dispose their waste into the rivers. Some people that bath their animals into the rivers. So it means sometimes discharge of untreated sewage in water bodies. Now, rivers like Ganga and Yamuna have become open drains for sewage disposal. So, this makes the river water unfit for use and also harm the plants and animals living in it. So, using the contaminated water can lead to waterborne disease, and some waterborne disease are jaundice, cholera, and hepatitis. So poor sanitation and contaminated drinking water, these two things are the cause of a large number of diseases. So a vast number of people are still without sewerage facilities. So what do they relieve themselves? So a very large fraction of our people defects in the open only. Still on dry riverbeds, on railway tracks, near fields, and many a time directly in water. So untreated human excreta is a health hazard, that you know that. Untreated human excreta is a health hazard. It may cause water pollution and soil pollution both. Both the surface water and underground water get polluted. So groundwater is a source of, that you know that groundwater is a source of well, tube well, springs, and some rivers. So it become most common route for waterborne disease. And as I told you, some waterborne disease are cholera, typhoid, polio, meningitis, hepatitis, dysentery, many things. See, so here also stop microbes, use good hygiene. See, here you can see that many activities are there. So for that I am telling you some alternative methods of sewage disposal. So some alternative methods of sewage disposal are, first of all, septic tank. So in this method, wastewater flows from the household sewer lines into an underground septic tank, as you can see in the picture. So the heavier solid sludge settles down at the bottom of the tank, and lighter waste such as oils and paints floats on the surface of the water. So, to improve sanitation, a low-cost outside sewage disposal system are being encouraged. Example, as I told you, septic tanks. After that, chemical toilets. Then composting pits. So, septic tanks are suitable for places where there is no sewerage system, for hospital, then isolated buildings or cluster of 4 to 5 houses. So some organization after hygienic on-site human waste disposal technology also. So these toilets do not require scavenging. Excreta from the toilet seats flow through covered drains into the biogas plant, and you know that biogas produce is used as a source of energy. So biogas in rural areas, biogas plant is an efficient method of disposal of sewage. So it generates biogas for cooking and electricity production. So the sludge can also be used as manure in the field. Then here composting pits also, composting toilets also comes. So in vermicomposting toilets also, worms such as earthworm are used to convert human excreta into compost. So there is minimal use of water, and it is also a hygienic way of processing human waste. See now, sanitation and public places. Sanitation at public places. You know that public places are bus stand, railway stand, then hospitals. So these all are public states, railway station, then airports, hospitals, bus depots. These all are public places. So one more thing, in our country, fairs also organized periodically, like in Eid, Diwali, so in festival days. So fairs are organized. So a large number of people participated in fair. So same way, railway stations, then bus stops, that airports, then hospitals are very busy places. That also you know that every day that airport, then hospitals, railway stations, bus stops, these all are very busy places. It means that thousands of people visit there daily. So large amount of waste is generated also, because here large number of people, thousands of people visit here every day. So that's why large amount of waste also generated here. So it must be disposed of properly. Otherwise, what will happen? Epidemics could break out. So the government has laid down certain standards of sanitation. But you know, unfortunately, they are not strictly enforced. It means government has done that some standards of sanitation here. But here what will happen? What is happening? I mean to say, it is not strictly enforced. So all of us can contribute in maintaining sanitation at public places. We should not scatter litter anywhere. It means that spitting and urination and all. If there is no dustbin inside, we should carry the litter home and throw it in the dustbin. Whenever we go, that time also we throw some packets or nut shells or any type of waste here and there. So we pit also here and there. So we should not scatter litter anywhere. If there is no dustbin inside, So no problem, we should carry the litter home and throw it in the dustbin. This way also we can control some waste, and we can control some that see now for that some conclusion I am telling of this lesson. So what is the conclusion? So we all have a role to play in keeping our environment clean and healthy. So we must realize our responsibility in maintaining the water sources in a healthy state. Adopting good sanitation practices should be our way of life. As an agent of change, your individual initiative will make a great difference. Then influence others with your energy, ideas and optimism. Lot can be done if people work together. That is great power in collective action. So what you have learned in this lesson: used water is wastewater, and wastewater could be reused. Wastewater is generated in homes, industries, agricultural field and in other human activities, and this is called sewage. Sewage is a liquid waste which causes water and soil pollution. Wastewater is treated in a sewage treatment plant. Treatment plants reduce pollutant in wastewater to a level where nature can take care of it. Where underground sewerage systems and refuse disposal systems are not available, the low-cost on-site sanitation system can be adopted. Byproducts of wastewater treatment are sludge and biogas. Open drain system is a breeding place for flies, mosquitoes and organisms which cause disease. We should not defecate in the open. It is possible to have safe disposal of excreta by low-cost method. So these all are the key words of this lesson. So students, hopefully I will explain the textbook exercise in next video. Till then, if you have any doubt, any query, you can write in comment box. Go through the video twice for better understanding. We'll meet you soon with the exercise explanation of this lesson. Thank you.